Okay, so we've got a really interesting set of searches to unpack today.
Yeah, should be fun.
Looks like we've got a pretty clear theme emerging here right from the start.
Hmm.
A whole bunch of these searches revolve around one particular college basketball matchup,
Ah, yes.
Duke versus Houston.
That's right.
And it seems like people were really curious about this game.
Definitely.
We're seeing all sorts of variations of those team names in the searches.
Makes sense.
Duke versus Houston,
Yep.
Houston versus Duke,
Right?
even some shortened versions like
Yeah.
Duke Houston or just Houston Duke. People were definitely searching for information about these two teams.
No doubt about that.
So our mission today is to kind of dive into this digital frenzy and figure out what was it about this particular game that captured so much attention?
Right.
What were the big questions that everyone was trying to answer online?
Good questions.
So let's start with the obvious. This wasn't just any regular season game, was it?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of these searches popping up with terms like Final Four,
Oh, yeah.
NCAA Final, even March Madness Final Four.
Definitely.
So it seems pretty clear that this Duke-Houston game was part of something much bigger.
Yeah, it definitely had that Final Four feel to it.
Exactly.
You know, that sense of high stakes.
Yeah, like a real do-or-die situation.
Exactly.
And that definitely amps up the interest level.
For sure.
Especially for college basketball fans.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've established that this was a big game.
Yeah.
But the next question is, what happened?
Right to the point.
Oh.
The $1 million question.
We see tons of searches asking things like, did Duke win?
Uh-huh.
Who won, Duke or Houston?
Yep.
Even, did Houston beat Duke?
Classic.
It's like the first thing people wanted to know, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to know who won.
It's that primal sports fan instinct.
Absolutely.
That need for a clear winner.
It's the thrill of victory.
And maybe the agony of defeat, too, right?
Well, yeah, for someone at least.
But it wasn't just about finding out who won. People also wanted to know the specifics of the game.
Makes sense.
Like, how close was it? How did it actually play out?
The details.
So we see a lot of searches digging into the actual scores. Things like Duke score.
Yeah.
Houston score.
Yep.
Duke versus Houston score.
Got it.
And of course, just Final Four scores.
Right.
People wanted to know the final tally.
Of course.
To get a sense of how the game actually went down.
Totally.
And even beyond just the score.
Yeah.
We see searches for Duke Houston highlights.
Oh, yeah.
Houston Duke highlights.
Uh-huh.
People wanted to see the key plays.
Makes sense.
The big moment.
Relive the excitement.
Exactly.
So they could see for themselves how it all happened.
Now, here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
We start to see a lot of focus on specific players.
Ah, interesting.
Especially one player in particular for Duke.
Who are we talking about?
Cooper Flagg.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
His name comes up a lot in the searches.
I remember him.
People were looking for his stats.
It's like Cooper Flagg stats today.
Exactly.
I saw that one too.
And just general searches for Flagg Duke.
Got it.
So it seems like he was a major point of interest going into this game.
Yeah, he was a highly touted prospect.
Definitely a rising star.
Uh-huh.
And for Houston, we see some searches for LJ Cryer.
Okay, yeah, another key player.
So it's not just about the teams overall. People are really zeroing in on these individual players.
Makes sense.
Especially the ones who could make a big impact on the game.
Right.
And it wasn't just the players who were getting attention. We also saw a fair amount of searches related to the coaches.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Specifically, Kelvin Sampson for Houston.
Uh-huh.
And John Shire for Duke.
Right.
So it's not just the guys on the court.
No, definitely not.
People are also curious about the guys calling the shots.
Absolutely.
And we even see some more general searches like Duke coach and Houston coach.
Uh-huh.
So they might not even know the names.
Yeah, maybe they were just trying to figure out who was in charge.
Right, just get a feel for the coaching situation.
And of course, timing is everything in live sports.
Oh, for sure.
You don't want to miss the tip-off.
Definitely not.
So naturally, we see a bunch of searches related to when this game was happening. Things like, what time does Duke play?
Yeah.
Duke game time.
Right.
Duke versus Houston time. Got all those variations.
Yeah, just trying to make sure they don't miss it.
And once you know when it's on, you got to figure out where to watch it.
Right.
And we see that reflected in the searches, too.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the very specific where to watch Duke Blue Devils men's basketball versus Houston Cougars men's basketball.
Wow. That's a mouthful.
But also shorter versions like Duke versus Houston, where to watch.
Much easier.
And questions about the broadcast channel.
Makes sense.
Like, what channel is the Duke game on?
Classic.
It's all about finding the right place to tune in.
And to add to that sense of immediacy, we also see searches like, did Duke win last night? And Duke game today. So it seems pretty clear that this game was a recent event.
Yeah, these searches really pinpoint the timing.
Like it had just happened or was about to happen.
Right in that window.
Exactly.
That's really interesting.
Now it's not just about this specific game, though. We also see a broader level of interest in both Duke and Houston as basketball programs.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
And in college basketball in general, we see searches for Duke basketball, Houston basketball, NCAA men's basketball.
Got it.
Even just March Madness.
The big picture.
So this one game seems to have sparked a wider curiosity.
That's cool.
About the teams and the tournament as a whole.
Yeah, it's like a gateway.
To the whole world of college basketball.
Exactly.
Now here's where things get a little bit more revealing.
Okay, I am intrigued.
We see some searches that seem to hint at a particular outcome. And maybe some disappointment for one set of fans. We've got searches for Duke loss.
Oh, boy.
Duke lost? Yeah. Even Duke joke?
Whoa.
So it sounds like Duke might not have come out on top in this one.
Not the outcome they were hoping for, I guess.
And those emotionally charged searches, they really tell a story, don't they?
They do.
They show the passion, the heartbreak that can come with being a sports fan.
For sure, it's all part of the experience.
But win or lose, it seems like people were also interested in the bigger picture. The historical context.
Makes sense.
We see searches for Duke national championships. And the question, has Houston ever won a national championship in basketball?
Interesting.
So it's like people are trying to place this one game within the larger history of these programs.
Right, understand the legacy.
How does this result fit into the overall narrative?
The big picture again.
Of these two teams.
Exactly.
And then we get even more specific with searches like Duke basketball roster. Duke starting five.
So they want to know who's playing.
Yeah, they're digging into the details.
Making sense.
And we even see mentions of Bill Raftery.
Oh, yeah, the legendary commentator.
And even Hakeem Olajuwon.
Wow, going way back.
It's like people were trying to connect all the dots.
I see.
From the current players to the legendary figures to the voices calling the game.
Right, a complete picture.
And before the game even tipped off, there's a whole lot of anticipation building online.
I bet.
We see searches for Duke versus Houston prediction. And Houston versus Duke prediction. People were eager to know what might happen.
That's always fun.
Trying to guess the outcome.
Right. It's all part of the pregame hype.
Exactly.
So what have we learned?
Well, it's pretty clear that this Duke-Houston game was a major event.
Definitely.
It captured the imagination of a lot of people online.
For sure.
And the searches we've looked at today, they tell a really fascinating story.
I do?
About the passion, the excitement,
the heartbreak,
the constant search for information.
It's all there.
That surrounds the world of college basketball.
Absolutely.
And it really makes you wonder what other stories are hidden in all the digital breadcrumbs we leave behind every day.
That's a great question.
Definitely something to think about.
I'll be thinking about that for sure.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.